Hey everyone! So today is all about how to find your perfect doula and what questions you should be asking them when you first meet them. So whether you're pregnant now or in the future you think, well, maybe I'll have a doula, or maybe you're seeing this video and you're like, what the heck is a doula? Well, if you are, check out my other video, what is a doula versus what is a midwife. I'll put a link below so you can watch that one first, so then you know what you're actually looking for. So some people think that you only need a doula if you're having a home birth, but this is not true. Whether you're at a birthing center, a home birth, or at a hospital, you can definitely have a doula there with you. So step one would probably be to go on Google, type in your area, and put doula. There you go. Now, from there, it depends what area you're in and how far doulas will travel. Whether you're in the city or way out in the country, there should be some around you, or at least doulas that definitely travel to your area. So the next thing to do would definitely be to check out their websites. Look to see the feel of it, if it kind of matches your personality. Look to see what they've written, if they have any testimonials, if they have prices on there, that's even better. But I want to say, do not kind of see the prices and then be like, ooh, that is quite a bit of money, I'm not going to contact them. Because I feel like most doulas, I want to say about 95%, do have some sort of sliding scale. They do packages, they're able to work with you and what your budget is. Something that I think is really important is for a doula to do a free face-to-face interview. I think you should be able to sit down or have a Skype conversation or be able to sit there and express everything that you want from your birth, but also hear how this doula works and what they do, their services, their morals, their view on birth, everything that you should know about them, because this is a huge experience in your life and you really want to be able to click with the person who's going to be there with you. If you're like me, when I kind of get into an interview setting, sometimes all my questions just fly out the window and I cannot remember what I want to ask, and then as soon as I leave, they all hit me when I'm in the car. So if this happens to you, I would definitely write down all of the questions that you can think of before going to your meeting. And if you have a partner involved as well, I would definitely want them to write down some questions as well. So now for the juicy part, what are the actual questions that you should be asking? So personally, my first question that I would like to ask is, what is their training? What is their certification? And obviously this has to be something that matters to you. Because I've done the training, I know how much the courses can differ and how in-depth they are. And I'm not saying experience doesn't help, because of course it does. There's some amazing old school doulas that are self-taught or taught from generation to generation. So I'm not saying schooling is everything, but there's just a very wide range of what people can do. You can have a 2-day course or a 4-month course, or you could watch a birthing video and call yourself a doula. It's really up to what you want and what matters to you, but I would definitely just ask to see what their certification is, how many births they've done in the past, and just kind of their experience and what their background looks like. The next important one for me, I think, is asking, why did they become a doula? I mean, it's such a huge question, but I think this will really help you connect to one another. I think this is a really good time to kind of see the vulnerability of the doula as well, and to hear more about the in-depths of their life and what kind of led them in their life to become a doula, because I feel like that's a huge story for a lot of us, and I feel like that would help connect you with your doula. From there, I think you should kind of lead into what is best for you and what you're looking for your birth story. Obviously, things happen and sometimes they don't go as planned, but what you picture as your ideal scenario for birth is what you should be telling your doula. And if they don't think that they can help with that or support that, then that's a big no right there. My thing is, any doula should not bring their own moral values or their own religious beliefs or their own personal beliefs into your birth. This is your space and your experience. This is not the doula's experience. They're there to support you and to help you achieve this birth story for you, and to advocate for you. Definitely advocate for you. But this is not their story, and we're just there really to be in the background, to support you, to be there for you. That's the main thing. But we are not there to put our own opinions or our own beliefs into what your birth story is. Some other questions you can ask are, do you have any clients that would offer any testimonials or feedback? Do they offer 24-hour support? Can you text them? Can you call them? Can you email them? It just depends how much you need. Do you want someone checking up on you, texting you, asking you how you're doing, or would you rather wait until your birth? It's completely up to you. Definitely ask them if this is your first baby and you're a bit more worried about when labor starts. Are you actually in labor? Just ask the doula, because a lot of us will come to you. If you have an inkling that you are in labor or having some early contractions or anything, we will get our butts to your house. We will check on you, we will call you, we will listen to your breathing, we'll listen to the way you're talking. We know, for the most part, when you are in labor. Another big one is, how do doulas work alongside partners? This is a huge one for me. I think doulas and partners should have a very special connection and make sure that they're on the same page so that the partner doesn't think that their role is being pushed out of the way. Because I feel like this can happen quite easily, but partners sometimes don't speak up about how they're feeling until after the experience. So I think making sure at the beginning, whether the partner feels more comfortable being hands-on, or if they just want for the doula to show them, be like, look, she's having some back pain. If you just press on the back here, do these things, and then the partner does it and the doula steps back. You just need to work together, but also not be too involved or over-involved, that the partner doesn't feel like they're included anymore. So lastly, but an important one for a lot of couples and families, is how much a doula costs. So this is definitely important to ask during your interview, or look on their website, or send them an email if you would rather not discuss it face to face. But again, like I said at the beginning, most doulas will offer packages that suit your budget, or work with you, or do a sliding scale. So let's break down the costs really quick. So let's say a doula charges £600 for a package. Let's just break down the costs really quick so we don't see it as this huge chunk of money that we're putting out, but rather an investment towards your birth story. So let's knock off £100 because of gas money and also for parking at hospital. Of course, if you're having a home birth or things like that, it's definitely going to change the amounts, but this is just a generic situation. So £100 off, so now we're at 500. So then from there, we've got our commute time, which roughly, probably overall, we're doing about 3 hours back and forth to your house, to hospital visits, to your postpartum visit. And again, this will vary where you live. Then we've got your first hour, which is the free consultation. That's kind of thrown in there as like travel, gas, all that kind of stuff. Let's roughly say 6 hours for your prenatal and your postpartum visit, 2 hours each. Usually have 2 prenatal sessions, 1 postpartum. Let's say about 3 hours worth of research, looking into essential oils that you may like that work for you. If you're experiencing more nausea, if you have a specific condition in pregnancy, working with you and what you need and looking into how we can help you better. So then from there, we can do a hospital visit, which is usually about an hour. That's really just getting to from the hospital and also parking at the hospital. And then for labor, I usually like to give about a 25-hour period of time, because that is pre-labor, that is being on call throughout the night for emails, text messages, phone calls, and then also the birth itself. So really all of these can range, but when you look at it like that, that is 40 hours of work, which equals to be about £12.50 an hour, which then obviously we need to pay our taxes as well. So there's about a 15 to 20% on top of that taken off for taxes. So really, a £600 package is almost like being at minimum wage for a doula. So I know it seems like a huge chunk of money to go give out right before having a baby, but when you break down the costs, it really is something that over time is very beneficial and is really amazing for your birth experience. But of course, finances are a huge thing. So again, just chat with your doula about sliding scale or payment plans or packages that they can do specifically for you that will suit your budget needs. So I hope you guys found this really useful today. I'm going to put some checklists below for questions you should ask yourself, questions you should ask your partner, and questions you should ask your doula. And of course, if there's anything else, let me know, send me an email, and I will happily help you with whatever I can. All right, have a good day, guys.